choking on a fishbone? Nah. Okay, how you doing, everybody? Just thought I'd go live on Facebook today. Today is the day for live stream. Isn't that right, honey?
That's right, sweetie.
That's Natasha over there. My NIINIMOSHEN. NIINIMOSHEN. Oh, my sweetheart. Aren't you my sweetheart, sweetheart?
That's right.
So let's make that our Ojibwe word of today. NIINIMOSHEN, sweetheart. And, you know, for no particular reason. I don't know. What do you think, sweetie? What should we talk about on the live stream?
Oh, I don't know. You want to talk about Johnny Depp?
Yeah, okay. So to see Johnny Depp's in trouble again. You know, he was everywhere he goes, trouble follows him. It started with Tonto. I mean, the Lone Ranger. Nah. Yeah, so the Lone Ranger and Tonto. You know, Johnny Depp becomes this iconic Native American movie figure. And at the time, all the Shenabs are like, hey man, have you seen the movie Tonto? And we're like, you mean the movie Lone Ranger? Yeah. Because, yeah, Edward Scissorhands is playing Tonto. And he's dressed up like one of the insane clown posse. He looks like the Anishinaabe clown posse. Nah. And you just gotta wonder, you know, what was it like that day when he shows up on a movie set? And he's all like, the Shenab's like, oh, wow, here comes Johnny Depp. What's going on, paleface? Hey, BOOZHOO, Mark. Nice to see you. Niji. Mark's here. Want to say hi to Mark?
BOOZHOO, Mark. How you doing?
Mark McAllister is an Ogichida. He's a warrior. He's a real one, you guys. He's not a warrior of the classroom. You know, we were talking the other day, the word warrior. Nowadays, everybody's like, oh, you signed up for college. You're a real Ogichida. You know. And then my grandpa, you know, what do you call him? A guy who fought in, you know, a real war. You know, fought in World War II. You know, the guy, you know, had a machine gun. That's a real Ogichida. You know, people don't understand what a warrior is. Being a mother, giving birth, is not being a warrior. I'm sorry, ladies. Oh, everyone's, oh, I'm a real warrior. I created life. No. Sometimes a warrior takes life. A warrior is somebody who fights, who sacrifices for other people's safety. That's a warrior. That fights a war. Creating life, you know, that's being an artist. That's being a life giver. That's greater than being a warrior. But anyway, so I'm off track. Johnny Depp. So he gets on the set of what you call it, the Lone Ranger and Tonto, and all the Shenabs are like, oh, here he comes, Captain Jack Scissorhands, and they're like, hey, what's going on, paleface? And Johnny Depp's all, oh, you don't know the half of it. I got this great idea. I'm gonna paint my face all black and white, like I'm in the band Kiss or Insane Clown Posse or something. I'm gonna look like a mime. and then I'm gonna get a dead bird, like a dead crow, on deck. Crow. I'm gonna get a crow and put it on my head. And then, you know, I'm gonna walk around. And because I'll be Tonto then. Because, you know, that's what we all remember, right? Tonto. And then the greatest part is he never takes it off. He's just like in full makeup. He goes to bed in it. He swims in it. He just never washes it off. And I don't think that's the way war paint worked. I think if you wore it, it was for a ceremony or something. Or to scare, I don't know. I know you didn't just wear it, Johnny Depp. So then, the years go by, people kind of forgive him. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's got a tattoo of Sitting Bull. Just leave him alone. I saw him in a picture with an AIM, and he was wearing an AIM t-shirt. Leave Johnny Depp alone. He's a good guy. And then what happens? He comes out with a perfume commercial. And here's Johnny Depp, and he's riding in a Mustang or something. And he looks on, and what happens? Well, of course, the big Anishinaabe, he has a vision and he sees a buffalo. Oh, what? Some people wait their whole lives for a vision. Johnny Depp gets one right there in the road. So he drives off into the desert. And what's he do? He gets out of the car and he gets a shovel out of the trunk, which isn't suspicious. Like, has anybody seen Amber Heard lately? And he digs a hole, and then he takes off his jewelry, and he's all like burying the jewelry in a ceremony. And he looks up, and I don't know if this happened, but maybe you hear a hawk cry in the distance, and he's staring off into the desert like a real Native American. And and then the name of the perfume comes up, Savage. Only they spell it the French way, Sauvage. Yeah, so of course, all the outraged people go, oh, number one, Johnny Depp, you're not a savage. My kids are savages. But number two, cut it out. If you want to play Indian, if you want to be part of the pretendians, that's one thing. But anyway, so some people didn't like that. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, I guess. But it's not the same thing as oh wow, BOOZHOO, Shannon, how you doing, sweetie? Thanks, you guys. One of the greatest singers I've ever known, Shannon Lyon. We go way back. Oh, sweetie, so nice to see you. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I was dissing Johnny Depp. Yeah, so Johnny Depp, he's in the wannabe tribe. Oh, but savage. So savage, it's not really the N-word for Native Americans. You can't really insult a bunch of savs with the term savage, It's such an old world term. I mean, what is that? The Puritans? Oh my! These indigenous people, they're savage. They don't even know about classical music, That doesn't hurt our feelings. And even the term Indian, that's not the I word, Nobody uses the term Indian more than Indians. And so let's see. Do we have an N word? I mean, the N word. They used to call us timber N words, but not really. I never actually heard that. I think I read it in a Sherman Alexie book, but I never heard any of the regular, working class white people up here use that term. One time somebody called me a knob. I was like, a knob? What do you mean? And she goes, oh, like an Anishinaabe, you knobs. And I kind of laughed. It's like, oh, at least you know the term Anishinaabe. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names can never hurt me. Even swear words, Sometimes I think we swear too much. You should always be mindful of your speech. But, it doesn't mean you can say anything you want. anything. But they say the Anishinaabe, in the Ojibwe language, there are no swears. There's no swear words. And so I asked my elder Benny, I go, well, Benny, what do you do in Ojibwe when you bang your thumb with a hammer? And he goes, oh, that's easy. That's when I use English. Yeah. So yeah, swearing, it's a curse word. You put a curse on somebody with a word. Curses. Blast. I like how cartoon characters swear. Reckon, freckin', breckin', reckon, reckon. It's all in a tone. Like,
She said it's none of my business, but it breaks my heart. Dropped a dozen cheap roses in my shopping cart. I made it out to the truck without breaking down. I guess everybody knows you in a speed trap town. And it's a Thursday night, but there's a high school game. Sneak a bottle up the bleachers and forget my name. And these 5A bastards run a shallow cross. It's a boy's last dream and a man's first loss. It never did occur to me to leave till the night when there's no one left to ask if I'm alright. I'll sleep until I'm straight enough to drive, then decide if there's anything that can't be left behind. Doctor said Daddy wouldn't make it a year, but the holidays are over and he's still here. How long can they keep you in the ICU? Veins through the skin like a faded tattoo. It was a tough state trooper till a decade back, when that girl who wasn't mama caused his heart attack. It never did occur to me to leave till the night when I realized he'll never be alright. I signed my name and said my last goodbye, then decide that there's nothing left that can't be left behind. The road got blurry when the sun came up, so I slept a couple hours in my pickup truck. had a cup of coffee at an Indian mouth. 1,000 miles away from that speed trap town. 1,000 miles away from that speed trap town.
You know, one time I was watching, I think the show was called Fargo, but it was about Bemidji Gumug, as we say in OJIBWE. But they had to come up to Bemidji and do research when they were filming the show. And so they're interviewing this guy about what he learned, you know, researching the natives and the Native Americans of Bemidji, Minnesota. And he goes, you know, the small town people, they're very spiritual people. They don't like to use the Lord's name in vain. They you know, they don't like to curse. So even when bad things happen, they won't say the F word. They'll say, "Oh, geez," or you know, you won't say, you know, the Lord's name in vain. You'll say, "Oh, geez, oh, geez, my house is on fire." "Oh, geez, my wife is cheating on me." "Oh, geez, I just lost my job." "Geez." "Oh, geez, I'm going off a cliff." So when they did the TV show, all they got, you know, the character in the movie or in the TV show was like, he accidentally, I mean, he murders his wife. It's like, "Oh, geez, what did I do? Oh, this is a really bad deal." And everything's in gambling metaphors. Have you noticed that? Everything's like, "Hey, thank you. You bet. You betcha." You know? "Oh, this is a good deal. Hey, deal me in." I don't know. I think it's because we have so many casinos everywhere. You know, somebody had a good idea once, 30 years ago, and like, you know, they're like, we're sticking with that. We found a money maker, casino. Now we'll quit thinking of new ideas. I mean, come on. Where's the next good idea to bring to the res? All right. So, I don't know, sweetie. I think maybe this is good for a live stream.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Michael's arm's getting tired. How's your arm feel there, Niji? Yeah, it's getting pretty tired. All right. Well, with that then, I just want to say, okay, wait, one more thing. You got time for one more thing? Yeah, go ahead. All right. Here's my quick list of impressions I can do. This is Natasha.
You can do me?
Oh yeah, I can do everybody on the show.
Really? I don't know. I think my voice would be kind of hard.
Oh really? Well, listen to this.
Oh, really? You think you can do me? I think my voice would be really hard. Oh, that's great. That sounds just like me.
I know. And here is my impression of Bugs Bunny if he was on the movie or on the TV show The Sopranos.
Hey, yo. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? Yeah. We got a situation, boss. I had to take care of that thing. I took care of that thing.
I don't know. That one's pretty bad. Cookie Monster. Ah, me love cookie. You know, that's just basically a guy jonesing for sugar. Oh, and also this. I think Cookie Monster and Animal from the Muppet Show. I think that's the same actor. Because Cookie Monster's like, ah, me love cookie. And Animal's like, me, Animal, beat drum. You know, that guy had one voice. He just used it. Oh, and then I realized this, you know, Mukwa and George W. Bush sound a lot alike. It's kind of like a sneaky, evil Matthew McConaughey meets, I don't know. It's like, I'm George W. Bush. We're going to get them terrorists. You know, I was president during 9/11. And you can trust what we said about that. With a voice like this, you can trust me. I was your president. I was the son of a former president who was the CIA director. We don't got any secrets, and so you can trust us. And Mukwa was basically the same thing. Mukwa and indigenous cause. I am Mukwa, the bear. Oh yeah, those are the voices I can do. I think that's it. Alright, well I'm gonna sign off then. It was nice seeing you. Good to see you, Mark. You know, I was just in LaPorte last week. Everything's changed except the baseball fields and the football fields. They even had a football game. It was homecoming. And I forgot this. They basically closed the school for homecoming. Another school comes to our school in a bus, and a bunch of adults come with them. And they stand out in the rain in the middle of the day, like at 1:30, and they start playing football. And everybody's into it. It's awesome. And they're selling candy and that. And I went out there and I walked around, and oh, the memories. Memories. All right, I got a mahjong. I don't know if I can shut this off without. All right. Gigawaba min, minawa, hawa. Now to walk off camera.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, who knows, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked at the moss, but a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. Welcome to BOOZHOO, Nana BOOZHOO. I said, welcome to BOOZHOO, Nana BOOZHOO. Nehmen Wendam G.A. Hanumanungu. BOOZHOO Gakina! Hello everyone! Welcome to the show! If you knew Nana BOOZHOO, then you'd know why I feel blue. My Nana BOOZHOO. I love you, dude, man. I need you, Nana BOOZHOO. I love you, Nana BOOZHOO, with a love so rare and true. My Nana BOOZHOO. I love you, dude, man. I need you, Nana BOOZHOO. Nana BOOZHOO, Nana BOOZHOO, pretty, 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 pretty Nana BOOZHOO. My Nana BOOZHOO. I love you, dude, man. I need you, Nana BOOZHOO. I love you, dude, man. I need you, Nana BOOZHOO. Oh, That's some really good guitar work there, sweetie. Oh, thank you.